for health and strength, and let us rise so we can do this content together. Happy Tuesday, guys. Early risen, early bird, eat the fattest worm. Are you up yet? On your way, getting ready for work? Are you up? Are you out and about, coming from work, and all of that? So, big, bright Tuesday morning, I want to say that let this day be true to you and grateful that we are live and we could be here now speaking and we have health and strength. And that's the greatest. Okay, guys? So, I want to unpack this content quick and fast. Hey, Joshua, how are you? Good morning to you. Happy Tuesday. And the week almost end. Almost. In the middle of the week. Almost. Tuesday, almost, right? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, almost. We're at Tuesday and we're just counting the weeks down. Anyways, brought you to this story. I'm just basically building my watch time, really and truly. So I came with this story and I said, you know what, because I was late yesterday with the content, might as well I do the content now and go about my business because it's a busy day for me today. But anyways, let's unpack. We have lots of things that I want to talk about. R. Kelly. So much things we want to talk about in this one content. So let me start to get on with the content because it's a long content, okay? With other topics including in the content. So I hope you're doing good, well, my brother. Enjoy your tea this morning or your breakfast and stuff like that. And go and pack some patience and go and listen for the live or the content that I'm about to unpack. So let's get on with the content. Okay. Thank you for always being here. Thank you for watching. Okay. This month is moving fast. Laugh out loud, real fast, guy. By the time you look, it's winter all over again. By the time you look, it's winter all over again. When we just not too long finish winter, that long ass winter. Okay, so you're right. This month is moving real fast. And by the time you look, my brother, it's going to be winter all over again. By the time you look, Christmas is right here. By the time you look, it's 2026. By the time you look, we're out here saying another year upon them. You understand? So nevertheless, yeah, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, when you really think about it, yes, let's continue. All right. So we're going to unpack this content quick and fast. Man killed at No King's protests in Salt Lake City, remember, as an acclaimed Polynesian designer. So they basically said that he got shot accidentally, basically at the wrong place at the wrong time. But if you're at a protest, are you at the wrong place at the wrong time? Most likely people go to a protest for a reason, for a cause, and all of that sort, right? So let's unpack the story quick and fast, and we're going to get to the rest. Arthur Folasa Alu, an innocent bystander who was shot and killed on Saturday at the No Kings protest in Utah. It's been remembered as a celebrated fashion designer who dressed the likes of Mona Star, okay, Ollie, and cast members of the Real Housewife of Salt Lake City. So the man is up in his designing now. Okay? He also committed his life to both his Pacific Islander culture and his role as a father. Alu, the 39-year-old head of fashion house Afa Alu, was not the intended target of the gunfire, Salt Lake City police said. Despite life-saving efforts by first responders, Alu died at the local hospital, officials says. Oh no. I tell you. In an emotional post on social media, Carvalho said there was no words to hold the grief of losing Alu. Your artistry was never and will never be forgotten, and neither will your peaceful protest. So he was there protesting, like I said. My deepest condolence, sympathy, and aloha to his family and all who felt his impact. Okay? So as you guys know that there was a protest, yes? You guys knew there was a protest going on. Lots of protests going on, okay? I'm gonna give you guys a green screen rather. Let's give you guys a green screen right here. Yeah? Okay. Officials said that the two men were part of the event's peacekeeping team were detained Saturday after one of the peacekeepers allegedly fired the shot that fatally injured Alu. So were they really peacemaking? Were they really peacekeepers? If you're in yeah, you know, are you really a peacekeeper if you're in a peaceful protest busting guns? And if you go into a peaceful protest, what are you doing with guns? It brought me to a story of that White House guy that left all the way from couple cities, end up at this protest, had an illegal gun, wasn't supposed to have the gun, end up shooting two innocent bystander, basically killing them. I mean, I either injured one and kill one, and White House was basically found not guilty. You remember that protest? That white guy went down to that. Basically, there was a Black Lives Matter almost protest, and he ended up killing a guy that they claim say he was on charges for sexual assault. Basically, he was a pedophile. Remember that case, that White House case, where that boy ended up at the protest going to go shoot and kill? I don't know if you guys remember that case, but it's similar, okay? Anyways, allegedly fired the shot that fatally injured Alu, okay? Arturo Camboy of 24 was also arrested and booked into Salt Lake County Metro Jail on murder charge. The peacekeepers told the police they saw Gamboya move away from the crowd and begin to manipulating an AR-15 style rifle. It prompted them to draw their guns and order him to drop the weapon. Police said, however, Gamboya ran into the crowd holding his gun in the firing position, leading one of the peacemakers to fire 3 shots. One of the shots struck Gamboya, while the other hit Alu, police said. Could you imagine? Alu, who grew up in Samoa, was best known for his vibrant creation showcasing his Pacific Islander culture. Okay? The designer who work has long been celebrating, okay, in the community, drew more mainstream attention after he appeared in the competition reality show Project Runaway in 2019. While Alu exciting the show within the first few episodes of the season, his designs were received with critical acclaim in the years following the dress. Many high-profile Pacific Islands, including Carvalho and David Derrick Jr., co-director of Moana 2. People, he's the designer of Moana 2, brother, with the clothing. So when you're out here looking at these clothing in Moana, you'll be wondering like, okay, where did they get this design? Well, Samoa. This guy is the designer. Okay, guys? He grew up in Samoa. You know, Samoa is the one they dance with their feet, and they stamp and they go around and they wear those kind of halula design stuff on their neck and stuff like that. So, guys, so he's the one who dressed the high profile junior co-director of Moana. Okay, so this man is significant, important. In her social media posts, okay, Carvalho said that Alu was behind the design she wore for the world premiere of Moana 2 in November, which she called the most significant event of my career. As a small fashion designer, Alpha Creation are and remain thoughtful, elegant, and powerful portrayals of Pacific culture, she wrote. Okay? So the man is a big bad designer, people, if you guys don't know. He's the designer of the dress of Moana, guys. Did you guys bring your children to see Moana? Did you guys bring your children to see Moana, the cartoon? He is the designer of many of the outfits. Okay, guys? All right? Oh, boy. In a series of Instagram stories, Derek also paid tribute to the designer, calling the late Alu a pillar in the community. Thank you for your blessing in our lives, he wrote. Alu co-founded the nonprofit Creative Pacific, an organization that aimed to uplift Pacific Islander artists and designers. The group upcoming fashion showcase was slated for the end of July. The designer love of creating starting after he was forced to take home economics class in high school. He told the Salt Lake City Tribune in 2019. Okay? Alu, a left on Project Runaway, is being remembered, a celebrated fashion designer who dressed the likes of Moana, Star, Ollie, and cast members of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. The very first week we were cooking brownies. I believe he told the outlet, instead of baking something, I fried it and almost burned down the kitchen. I went up in flames and the teacher was like, I think cooking is not your thing. I think maybe you should switch. You're over to sewing. Oh God, that was a little bit funny. Okay, guys? Outside of his work, Alu devoted his time to family, often creating looks for them. He also dedicated his designs to his children. This collection is dedicated to my daughter Vera, dedicated to her and her free spirit and love for everything and anything creative, he wrote on a September collection, guys. So this man was a big mogul. Remember, this man right, Moana 2. Okay, let's unpack the Moana 2, guys. Like I said, let's try to pull it up somehow. Okay, remember, he is the designer. He is the designer, guys, of these kind of designs right here. 1 second, right there. So if you never know, now you know. He is the designer. Gone too soon. Went to a protest, people, and end up dead innocent bystander, guys. So I had to come and shout this out early in the morning and said, guys, did you guys hear about this designer? Did you guys hear about that he's no longer among the living? Did you guys realize he's dead? Shot at a protest, guys? And I'm like, oh my God, I had to come and shout out this content quick and fast. Because at times we come with all kind of content. All kind of content we come with, guys. But at the end of the day, you know, we had to come and unpack this content. Because, you know, when you see someone out here great doing something, he's only 39, guys. And he made it so big. On the runway, he made it so big. Out here already. And he's only 39, coming all the way from Samoa. Could you imagine? So we out here watching Moana and didn't even know.
Project Runway contestant was killed in Utah amid the No Kings protests. According to a press release from the Salt Lake City Police Department, an innocent bystander at the No Kings demonstration in downtown Salt Lake City was shot and killed Saturday, June 14th. The release states that 39-year-old Arthur Falasa Alu died in a local hospital and notes that detectives believe Alu was at the demonstration as a bystander and was not the intended target of the gunfire. According to Forbes, Alu, known by his family and friends as Afa, was a Samoan fashion designer. Alu established Creative Pacific, a nonprofit organization that hosts events celebrating Pacific Island culture. He was a contestant on season 17 of Project Runway, finishing 13th in 2019, and had designed for Moana actress Ali'i Cravalho in the past.
Look, the man.
That this island boy growing up in Samoa in a hut would design something that was in LA Fashion Week.
Look at these people.
And in the Buckingham Palace.
Per the press release, police have arrested 24-year-old Arturo Gamboa following
so
the
big
incident.
This man is.
He was booked into the Salt Lake County Metro Jail on a murder charge. According to NBC News, it was not immediately clear whether Gamboa is still in jail and whether he has an attorney. Also detained June 14th were two men who were part of the event peacekeeping team. One of the peacekeepers fired the shot that fatally injured Alu, police say. And while Gamboa did not fire the shot that fatally struck Alu, he still faces the murder charge because detectives developed probable cause that Gamboa acted under circumstances that showed a depraved indifference to human life, knowingly engaged in conduct that created a grave risk of death and ultimately caused the death of an innocent community member. According to authorities, they found Gamboa, who was crouching amid a group of people and had a gunshot wound himself. He had an AR-15 style weapon nearby. Officers also found a gas mask, black clothing, and a backpack nearby as well.
Could you
It was not
imagine?
immediately clear whether the two peacekeepers will face charges, per NBC News. The state medical examiner's office will determine Alu's official cause and manner of death.
Gone too soon, people. Gone too soon, you all. Imagine. So you see where his clothing reach? You see where that man clothing reach? So much people in the black community like clothing, but a lot of us are not designing anything. And guys, you see where his clothing reach, guys? You guys see where this man clothing reach all the way in Moana that we brought our children to go and watch. I didn't know this. Sometimes you learn a lot. I could have just basically skimmed past the story. And I'm like, you know what? I am not going to skim past the story. I'm going to come and talk about it. And I didn't even know because I went to go watch that movie, Moana. I did. I went to go watch it with my kids. You understand what I'm saying? Because I find it amusing. So anyways, again, guys, let's unpack this again one more time. All right? It's terrible. But what can we say? I'm going to mute you guys.
Everyone's running. Shots were fireworks, but
I'm just not filled with what I'm doing. My life is already busy.
Could you imagine?
someone just got shot in Salt Lake City at the No Kings protest. Right there. Someone just got shot.
What a tragedy.
What happened? You got shot in the head. Who? By who? That guy. I don't know.
I saw some guy in a yellow vest with a gun pointing it.
They shot and killed him. I don't know.
Wow. Can you imagine, guys? Fashion designer just gone, some man.
Salt Lake City Designer is one of the contestants on the new season of Project Runway. Back on Bravo. Hello.
Hi. I knew it was going to be hard going into it, but I didn't know it was going to be that hard.
Could you imagine?
Hey, guys.
So if you didn't know, now you know. Lost a great one. Lost for words, Joshua. I am lost for words. But only over here, though, you will get this kind of content. Because a lot of times when people run with content, they run with a content where everybody's talking about. I don't run with contents really where everybody's talking about. Few times you'll do that. But most of the time when you come over here, you're going to get a fresh content that most likely ain't nobody putting any highlight on. Okay, this is why Joshua, the content them are unique, because we always come with different stuff. So I learned something this morning. I did not know that he is the designer of Moana. He is the designer of the Salt Lake Housewives. He is the designer of a few other things that end up in many important places. Look how simple and simple he looks. Look how simple and simple he looks. Okay, guys? So that's the backstory of the story, all right? That's the backstory of the story, okay? So I want to get in and let's talk about some other things out here, all right? Remember I said to you that R. Kelly says that he wants to be out because of allegedly the government wants to hurt him, allegedly. Remember that? And I said to you guys, at the end of the day, you know, there's a lot going on But when you think about it, why would they give him an award the other day if all of these things are true? Right? And if they did give him an award for his music, although he did great music and good music in the past, is it okay to give him an award now when you guys drag him down 40 years, concurrently running timing in prison? Why bother give him an award if you guys claim say he's a pervert? So I didn't understand that. So we get to understand that R. Kelly, yes, we get to understand that R. Kelly overdosed and end up in the hospital. Let's unpack this quick and fast, okay? We want to get it out the way, quick and fast. So R. Kelly seems like he overdosed and end up in the hospital, guys. Okay? All right? So let's unpack.
The former superstar singer is serving a 30-year sentence now for racketeering and sex.
Happening across America.
Federal prosecutors are responding to R. Kelly's claims that there's a murder plot against him. They call those claims fanciful and repugnant. The feds also claim in a 19-page filing from the U.S. Attorney's Office that the federal judge now overseeing Kelly's criminal case here has no jurisdiction to order him.
It's Big Ant, the
Okay.
spokesman, man. Be back. Another edition of Urban Politicians
So,
TV. UP.
Back up.
I side with it. Prison. Now, this is coming right after his lawyer has spoke out with the outside press conference and claimed that he had threats on his life. Somebody had got in contact with him in prison. Somebody with the area brotherhood had told him that, hey, I have been hired to assassinate and kill.
When I came and spoke to you guys about that, right?
Legal situation,
Okay.
allegedly by R. Kelly.
So I'm going to mute you guys for a second.
Atlanta prison cell after being given what is lawyer.
So I want to back it up here. I am going to pause it there. Take off the screen here to show you guys what I'm talking about, okay? So let's unpack.
I have been hired to assassinate and kill you to cover up how they handle your legal situation, allegedly, by R. Kelly and his team. Well, now they saying that he got poisoned.
Listen.
R. Kelly collapsed in his North Carolina prison cell after being given what his lawyer says was a dangerous overdose of medication while in solitary confinement.
Listen.
The incident allegedly took place just days after Kelly's legal team accused prison officials of plotting to harm him.
You hear?
According to court filings viewed by All Hip Hop, the 58-year-old singer was placed in isolation on Tuesday, June 10th, and given additional medication by staff on Thursday, June 12th.
Listen.
The next morning, he reportedly fainted, experienced dizziness and vision loss, and was rushed to Duke University Hospital. Doctors determined he had received a life-threatening dose of medication and kept him under observation for 2 days. His attorney now alleges the overdose was not accidental. That means that within 2 days of filing of his motion, Bureau of Prisons officials administered an amount of medication that significantly exceeded a safe dose and caused Mr. Kelly to overdose, putting his life in jeopardy. R. Kelly's lawyer, Bo B. Brindley, said they gave him an amount of medicine that could have killed him. The emergency motion filed in Illinois on Monday, June 16th, is the third request for a temporary release to home confinement. R. Kelly's legal team argues that his life is in danger.
Hey, so do I need to say any more? So did you guys know that they gave him medication and the man overdosed and end up in the hospital? Did you guys hear about that? Oh, R. Kelly, oh, R. Kelly, oh, R. Kelly, oh, R. Kelly, oh. Could you imagine, you guys? Let's unpack some more things, okay? Let's unpack some more stuff, shall we? Okay. So remember that case that I did in the past in regards of a brain-dead lady was kept alive to deliver her baby? Well, she delivered the baby, people. They claim the baby is brain dead, and they're going to be taking her off of her life support now that they delivered the baby. So the question I asked, do we really have a right to our body? Do we? I am not sure. Let's unpack this one. Quick and fast, okay? Remember, I did a live on it. Go and check it out. It's still on my content, still on my page, okay? I did a live about this.
He's in the NIC unit. He's about 1 pound, 13 ounces. And he's expected to be okay. He's just fighting. We just want prayers for him. Just keep praying for him. He's here now.
April Newkirk, a grandmother once again, with baby Chance entering the world in the early hours of Friday, June 13th, weighing less than 2 pounds. But with the joy of new life comes unimaginable pain for her and her family.
Today we had a family meeting with the hospital, and they are going to remove her at 2 p.m. tomorrow from life support. So it's kind of hard, it's kind of hard. It's hard to process.
Newkirk now preparing to say goodbye to her daughter, Adriana Smith, after celebrating her 31st birthday on Sunday. The young mother, who doctors say is brain dead, has been medically kept alive at Emory University Midtown Hospital since February.
Could you imagine? I told you guys this about this
That
case.
sparked controversy across the country.
I think all women should have a choice about their body.
They should.
Again in February, when Smith went to Northside Hospital suffering from an intense headache. She was given medication and released. But the next day, things took a devastating turn, with the CT scan later showing multiple blood clots in her brain. She was later declared brain dead.
Oh, she would say that they failed her. She would
Of course they
definitely say
did.
that. Mommy, they failed me.
Who the hell gives someone medication without doing a brain scan? Nobody wanted to do a CT scan, nothing at all. This nurse comes to the hospital. I'm having severe headache. It's worse than a migraine pain. Remember, she's a nurse, so she knows what a migraine feels like, and an unbearable and unmanageable headache. Went to the hospital. They gave her medication and sent her home. Felt more ill, and when she rushed back to the hospital, she had bleeding in the brain. Hemorrhage in the brain, bleeding in the brain. End up dead. They kept her on life support because she was pregnant. You know the abortion law in America, you have to be mindful how you're going to do an abortion, especially that she cannot give consent. So they kept her on life support until the belly reached that they could deliver the baby. Now, you know when a mom is brain dead, and you know when a mom is not really doing her thing, baby really not doing their thing either. Okay? So basically, man out here playing God with that baby in her uterus, to be honest. Okay, guys? It's a sad time. And all this time, the mom is like, okay, take her off of life support. Just get rid of the baby, because obviously the baby going to be brain dead and stuff like that. It would be a miracle if this baby pulled through and come to be a normal baby. And this is what we're out here facing people today. If you didn't know the story, I'm with you with the story right here. Okay?
If the shoe was on the other foot, I would have been there and I would have made recommendations. That's what she would have said.
Newkirk says Adriana, a nurse herself, knew something wasn't right and deserved the kind of care she would have given and did give to patients of her own.
She was passionate about being a nurse. Yeah, she was very passionate about it.
Now, as she braces for what's ahead, she's hoping for the same support that people from across the world have already given to her and her family.
I shouldn't be burying my daughter. My daughter should bury me. She had a lot to give.
This is what goes on with us more time in the hospital, brother. You go there and there's nobody basically don't care, allegedly. John Star. Oh, guys, okay? So, guys, from there, like I said, if you didn't know, now you know. The baby has been delivered. They're going to be taking her off of life support. She's been on life support from February, keeping her alive because she was pregnant when she ended up dying, brain dead. After went to the hospital, complaining about headaches. They didn't do any tests, just gave her some medication. Here, go home. The pain will go away. After that, she went back to the hospital. And after that, she ended up, bleeding in the brain, and she ended up in a coma and end up dead, basically, they claim. Okay, guys? So those are the things that I'm talking about, people. It's crazy and crazy for me. But what can I say at this point in time? Okay, guys? Now, from there, guys, we want to talk about we want to talk about right here. Let's go to Africa for a second, because Africa has some genocide is happening when it comes to Christians, and doesn't have Christian being slaughtered every day. And if you guys that don't know, let's visit and go and visit over the motherland that you guys call it. So all the way in Africa, with the genocide happening right now, so much people are dying daily, but nobody really don't talk about it. So let's go all the way in Nigeria. Nigeria, where you are, okay?
The genocide against Christians in Nigeria took an egregious turn for the worse this weekend. So Truth Nigeria's Mike Ode James joins us now. Mike, what is happening on the ground?
Well, what's happening today, a few days ago, on the 14th of this month, down, 14th, 13th, down, is a kind of massacre. The state government says 59 persons were killed in Benue State, in a village called Yelawata. That is in Benue State. And Benue is a Christian-dominated state. We are about 6 to 7 million Nigerians living in Benue, and over 97% of them are Christians. They are Baptists, they are Methodists, they are Catholics, and then we have local churches called NKST, Kokin, and Ekwa. But about a week ago, on Saturday, Fulani extremists, terrorists, stormed into Yelawata and then slaughtered a whole lot of people. Not just slaughtering, not just macheting. They locked some people up the way the Hamas locked Israelis up, 2 years or 1 year ago, and then doused the houses with gasoline and then set them ablaze. Babies were burnt.
Star, look, people.
And then some of them that were about running were gunned down. And some also were cut from behind with machete. The government says 59 persons were killed, but the people on ground said over 100 were killed. Amnesty International so will list that. And the Pope himself said close to 200. So it doesn't really matter the figure. But what actually matters is this: Christians are being slaughtered in gruesome manner in Nigeria's Middle Belt. We are Christians.
Okay, guys. So I don't think I need to drag it out. I'm sure you guys got the story. I'm sure you guys got the note. You understand? So from there, guys, it's like it's crazy for me and all of that. But what can we say? If you guys didn't know that genocide is happening in Nigeria now you know, guys. They've been slaughtering them from one end to the next, and we don't even know where to begin. Okay, guys? From there, guys, we want to go to the missing, quick and fast, okay? So imagine,
update this morning.
Imagine that you just graduated, you end up found dead. Imagine that this young man just graduated and now he's found dead. What's going on with our black men in America? Why every minute they're dead somewhere? So let's unpack the story quick and fast, okay?
We have a sad update this morning. In the case of a missing college student from Prince William County, a family friend has confirmed to WUSA 9 the 19-year-old Kyle Coleman has been found dead. Randy Ayala is outside Fairfax County Police headquarters with an update now on this investigation. Randy, we're still, though, working to learn that from police. Am I right?
That's exactly right, Allison. So at this point, we're still waiting for Fairfax County Police here to officially identify him. They tell us that they did notify the 19-year-old's family, but at this point, they're waiting on that official ID to come from the medical examiner's office. So that's what we're hoping. Well, not hoping. I shouldn't say hoping. We're waiting for that to officially come down from police. But again, just a heartbreaking update for the family and friends. Definitely not the news anyone wanted to hear. They gathered last night for a vigil initially to pray for his safe return. And it was at this vigil that they found out police had just found Coleman's body in a pond along Galleria Drive in Tyson's. Coleman was involved in a car crash Saturday morning around midnight near Tyson's Corner Mall. His parents told us an emergency call was made to Fairfax County 911. That happened late Friday night from a crash alert feature on Kyle's iPhone. But when when emergency responders got to his car, he was nowhere to be found. His keys, phone, shoes were all left behind. His parents have been searching for answers ever since. Unfortunately, they got that news yesterday, and friends of the family described Coleman as a leader and a true friend.
He was a person about love and fun, and his spirit was one of warmth.
We know Coleman was a student at Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia.
Can you imagine, guys? Just graduated, people, and gone too soon, dead already, guys. Found in a pond. Could you imagine? Family was hoping that he would be back and end up dead like a dog, people. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Huh? Can you imagine, guys? From there, guys, let's unpack this. Okay? Arrested. This is a cold case, people, and this cold case been out here for long, ever since. But they say you can run, but you can't hide. And though sometimes they say today for you, tomorrow for the police. When you feel like you do a crime and you feel like you got away with it, the police has said, nah, cold case will come and get you. 1994 cold case, blow wide open, guys. 1994 cold case, blow out of the waters. Let's unpack.
Police have gotten a break in a cold case murder of a woman in Irving. Megan Johns was killed in 1994, and the man they have in custody was her next-door neighbor. Fox 4's Dion Anglin has more on the case and reaction from her loved ones. Dion.
Hi there, Clarice. Well, this murder happened more than 30 years ago, and Irving police say that advanced DNA technology helped lead them to the man they believe killed 29-year-old Megan Johns. Well, the 61-year-old suspect was arrested Tuesday. His name, Daryl Patrick Goggins, and he is charged with capital murder. Detectives say in 1994, Goggins lived next door to the victim, Megan Johns, at an Irving apartment complex in the 3000 block of West Walnut Hill. In October of that year, Megan on an occasion did not show up for work, and after a request, staff at the complex performed a welfare check, and John's body was discovered. She'd been stabbed, her apartment ransacked. Goggins at the time was one of many people questioned, but due to lack of evidence, he was never considered a suspect. Police say with evidence from the crime scene and the work of a company that performed an advanced DNA process, the profile was revealed that eventually identified Goggins. John's sister and close friend reacted to the development, as well as an emotional detective who worked the case until his retirement.
I wish Megan was still here. It's just a great weight lifted off your shoulders, and her dad did not live.
I find that very strange and odd. So for so long, you guys know that this man possible the perpetrator, and you guys let him go for so long. And now because you almost retired now, you caught the perpetrator, and it's the same guy that you guys claim say wasn't enough evidence about and occur. So you guys do what? Extended DNA and found out now it's the same guy? Oh. Anyways, guys, let's run on quick and fast, okay? We don't need to finish up the story. You already heard what the story is quite so we don't need to even drag that out, not no more, okay? From there, guys, from there, we want to talk about this here, okay? Let's unpack this quick and fast, all right? So these two employee decide to build secret apartments in the train station. And hey, I'm not gonna talk. Just let's unpack. Never hear nothing like this.
Two former Caltrain employees have been sentenced to jail time after building and living in secret apartments inside Caltrain stations on the peninsula. ABC 7 News reporter Tim Johns looks at how these men were able to pull it off.
Rent-free.
Two former Caltrain employees were sentenced to a collective 6 months in jail this week. Both men were charged back in 2024 with the felony theft of public funds after they embezzled money to build secret apartments. One in the Caltrain station in Burlingame and the other in the nearby Millbrae station.
This is why I say to people, never say you've seen it all, because something like this new will come up.
I never see this
County
shit.
District Attorney Steve Wagstaff tells us the men lived inside the apartments apartments for several years.
You're there.
In total, they spent over $40,000 building them and even had things like
people. Imagine that you build an apartment at your workplace. Employer don't know. Look how long they have the apartment people over so many years. You know how much money they saved here? You work at work and live at work and nobody knows. When they think you're going home, you're going to your secret apartment at work and save all of that money that they embezzled. $40,000, build this secret apartment at work. Oh, I never heard nothing like this, but every day you learn something new. Let's continue to unpack.
spaces and living rooms inside.
You're there.
When it's public money that is being stolen by a public employee, that's egregious. That takes it up a level.
Both men followed similar schemes in order to create the apartments. How it worked was they hired contractors to remodel former office space, but kept each invoice under $3,000 so that they could be approved.
You're there.
Caltrain was unavailable for an interview, but sent ABC 7 News a statement, which reads in part, "The misuse of public funds for private use is a violation of the law, Caltrain policy, and the public's trust.
Well, obviously.
In cases where there is evidence of unlawful conduct by an employee or a contractor, we immediately act to rectify the situation."
Yeah, okay.
Outside the Burlingame Caltrain station Friday afternoon, many passengers were shocked to learn what had been going on.
Shocked.
Now I'm looking the building. I want to know what kind of furniture he has upstairs.
I want to know too, guys.
Bill Connor tells us he takes the train about once a week. He said he never had any indication someone was actually living there.
Bro.
I'm surprised that nobody else noticed as well, so he obviously kept well under the radar
Oh
for
my
everyone.
God, bro.
Caltrain was told to keep the apartments as they are while the cases were making their way through court. And even though they were relatively simple, they'll likely leave an impression on many here for quite some time.
Jano Star.
Once in a while in life, people can do these crazy things.
People.
I think he's
Imagine that these people embezzle 40,000 out of their workplace money. Remember, you know, they're working. They're not saving their own money. Well, they're saving their money and they're not using their money to build the apartment. So imagine people, you work at a place, you stole the people money, take the workplace money and build an apartment so you keep your paycheck and live rent-free at work. Could you imagine? That was slick like Slick Rick, but how dare you stealing the public money? Oh my. Let's continue, people, and unpack the rest of the content, shall we? Could you imagine? Oh my word. Now, people, remember I was saying to you guys the other day that the diversity and the diversity and the inclusion and all of that nonsense that I was speaking about. Well, I come back to show you that Donald Trump basically remove all of that. But let's also get back to a cold case that happened 15 years ago in regards of a child. They got some new information, so I decided to air it out today. Okay, so let's hear this one.
It's one of Oregon's greatest unsolved mysteries, the disappearance of Kyron Horman. 15 years after the little boy vanished from school, we look back at the investigation.
Kyron, we're gonna bring you home, buddy.
Share never-before-seen police body cam footage of Kyron's stepmother in custody following a traffic stop.
I'm gonna read your rights. Okay.
And speak with Kyron's parents.
And in my mind, we have to keep looking for him.
Who reflect on the search.
It's
terrible.
Shattering. I mean, it's just not something that you ever come back from.
Missing for 15 years, guys.
I'm Kyle Aboshi, investigative reporter with KGW Channel 8. I remember that day vividly, June 4th, 2010. We were coming back to the station from another story when my wife called. She was worried. She received an automated phone call from Portland Public Schools warning that a little kid had gone missing. The phone call was intended to just go to parents of Skyline School, but instead it went out to the entire community. Suddenly, parents all over the city were worried. What happened? And where's this little kid?
Could you imagine? Disappear, guys, and nobody know where this child is.
There's his picture. Drove him to school for one of the biggest days of the year, the school science fair.
The second grader at Skyline Elementary had worked hard on his project for the science fair.
This is a picture she took of the second grader with his project, the red-eyed tree frog.
After touring exhibits together, they say goodbye in the school hallway. She leaves for home. Kyron heads toward his classroom.
It's the last time anyone remembers seeing him.
Terry Horman posts photos of Kyron from the science fair on her Facebook page.
Kyron doesn't get off the school bus. His stepmom calls the school and learns the teacher had marked him absent.
This is
devastating for the family, as you might guess, and for anybody that knows him. We just want to make sure he gets home safe.
By 9 o'clock, as we watch search teams wait.
Not gonna drag it out. The teacher marked him absent that day, guys, saying that she got a phone call that he has a doctor's appointment. But yet still people say that they saw the mom at the art fair with that child, leaving with that child. It's been 15 years. They don't know where that child is. Until now, they don't know where he is. So there's some new league in the new league they claim in the situation. They claim since the stepmom is the one that did her way with the child, allegedly, and all of these things, people. So we don't know where to begin. But all we know at the end of the day, we just don't know where that child is. They can't find him. And this is a cold case. So soon as later anything happen, guys, I'll come back and let you guys know. All right. Let's unpack the rest of the stuff. So remember I said to you guys that Trump plans to remove. Okay, this is disturbing and troubling. So did you guys know that Donald Trump planned to remove this black man?
5 bravest Americans to serve in World War I.
Listen.
Tonight, the American hero from Albany, a Medal of Honor recipient, has had his name removed from a U.S. military base in Louisiana. It was ordered by the Trump administration. Dan Levy gathered some reaction today to this story. Joins us from the studio with what he's found out about it. Dan.
Steve, Rachel, good evening. Fort Johnson was one of 7 U.S. military bases scrubbed of its name as part of President Donald Trump's executive order ending diversity, equity, and inclusion. Well, tonight, many in Henry Johnson's home.
So what did he end? Equity, diversity, and inclusion. Didn't I not say that? Those things don't make no sense. It only made the black community life worse, people. So when Donald Trump removed that, people will complain, but to me the diversity situation don't belong. If a judge in 2025 in a big trial is saying, although we remove the one black person, it's still diversity. And if I show you the meaning of diversity in the dictionary, it has to tell you that something has race in it. Okay, let's continue.
Town are emotional and livid, and they're also assigning new meaning to the letters DEI, saying the move is demoralizing, enraging, and insulting.
Look at them black man.
When President Barack Obama bestowed Sergeant Henry Johnson with a posthumous Medal of Honor in June 2015, Albany Mayor Kathy Sheehan was at the White House.
One of the highlights of my entire career, not just my career as mayor, my entire career, was sitting in the front row at that ceremony in the White House when Barack Obama bestowed the Medal of Honor on Henry Johnson.
Now that the Trump administration has decided to take down the names of at least 7 black war heroes from U.S. military bases and change them back to previous Confederacy-era military figures, Sheehan sees it as an insult to black Americans.
Of course it is.
A statement of white supremacy, plain and simple.
General Star.
People who were invited to that ceremony who never thought they would set foot in the White House, much less be in a room with the President of the United States. And it matters.
This makes me so angry.
This is
so
sick.
Damn angry.
Senator Chuck Schumer admonishing President Trump today, saying he should be ashamed of himself.
Him not
He's
care what a
asking the
racist,
Army to
allegedly.
immediately restore the name of Henry Johnson, the man who courageously, single-handedly fought off a German raiding party in 1918.
Single-handed in the
despite
people.
serious injuries. That man's name should be restored to the Louisiana fort that up until today bore his name.
Henry Johnson's an American hero. For years, I worked with the veterans in Albany, black, white, Hispanic, everybody. And all the people, everyone loved Henry Johnson and wanted to preserve his legacy. It's reminiscent. It's turning the clock back 100 years.
Could you imagine?
Discrimination didn't let Henry Johnson rightfully get his Medal of Honor, and we fought hard, myself.
Could you imagine?
Many veterans, Mike McNulty, to get this back.
Tonight, Senator Schumer and others are urging the Army to reconsider. Meanwhile, Republicans in Congress have either not spoken up or they have enthusiastically supported the Trump administration's
So didn't I not tell you that this man don't believe in all of that nonsense? Didn't I not say that, guys? So I told you guys. So when you see people are moving this inclusion, diversity, and all of these things, remember I tell you, It was only there for mockery when you really think about it, guys. Okay? It was only there for mockery because now this man come and remove that. Is that a good look? That man came and removed that. Is that a good look? Is that a good look that that man removed all of those things? So I just had to kiss my teeth and pass literally, guys. It's terrible and disturbing, but what can I say? All right? Let's unpack some more things in the phone and let me jump off of the live quick and fast, okay? So let's get in the phone. We want to go back again to the missing, still hasn't been found, okay? So we have to hear that until we hear some good news, all right? From there, guys, we want to also talk about this. Shaq O'Neal agrees to pay, okay, 1.8 million settlements. Okay, guys? Remember, there was a problem and Shaq end up this and all of that. So basically, they're saying he nearly paid 2.11 and all of that money. And right now, the 4-time NBA champion is one of the several athletes who could have to pay up. So he end up had to pay that million settlement right there and right now and be like, oh my, imagine all of that. He had to pay all of that. Okay, guys? So I had to hear out that quick and fast. From there, okay? From there, we get to understand that people out here are introducing these kind of nonsense out here. And they're saying that these things are contraceptive and these are pills and them have this and they have that and they have all of these bushes and all of these things. People, be mindful what you're out here taking. You don't know what you're out here taking. So be mindful with these people out here with their medication saying that it's fertility pill and all of this because you never know. Okay, be mindful, guys. All right. From there, guys, we're going to skip over that and run on and talk about this. Look at this. So right now the family is going to be suing, okay, because they raided a house, the wrong house in Atlanta, and the family right now is going to be suing. Could you imagine that the police come storming in your house and it's the wrong house? So right now there's going to be a lawsuit because the Trina Martin with her son Gabby Watson and former boyfriend end up on a fright that the police them stormed the house and it was the wrong house in Atlanta. Oh my, what that would be a frightening morning when long guns are in your face, door kicked down, everything. And when you hide people, it's the wrong house. It's the wrong house, okay? So I had to come and share all of that with you guys as well, okay? From there, I think I'm going to go here. 1 second, I think it's here. All right. So we get to understand the controversial after neurosurgeon Dr. Rogers Hunter has been suspended practicing in Jamaica with immediately effects. Did you guys hear about that? The man's suspension is in keeping up with the medical act. So did you guys hear about the Dr. Roger that he's been suspended practicing in Jamaica immediate because of some kind of nonsense? Did you guys hear about that? So I had to come and hear that quick and fast, okay? From there, 1 second. From there, I think that's all I want to tell you guys about that. Okay? Yeah, I think that's all I want to tell you guys on this content. I don't think I'm going to drag out this content anymore because I got to run. So that's the content for today, guys. I can't give you guys an hour because I got to run. But anyways, I try my best. 1 second. Anyways, you know what? Let's unpack the rest of the stuff instead of save it. So let's go to Tyrese. Tyrese haven't seen his dad for a while. So Tyrese made an effort for Father's Day to go and see his father. And it was very emotional. His dad has cancer and all of these things. And Tyrese just said he's just going to go make it right with his father. So let's unpack this one quick and fast. Okay? Tyrese.
I wish I knew. Welcome back.
Wait. Sorry.
Tyrese visits his father for the first time in 10 years on Father's Day.
What's up, y'all? I just popped up in St. Louis, where my father and my mother was born and raised. The majority of my family, Gibson, Durham, and Ellis, a couple other last names. The majority of my physical family is out here in St. Louis. Look how beautiful this neighborhood is. See, I ain't the only one in this family with money. Y'all see what's going on. But my father does not know I'm here. And my father is dealing with stage 4 cancer.
I know it's that.
And I'm about to surprise him. He doesn't know I'm here. Huh?
What's that?
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Be sure to like, share, and
subscribe.
You know, I've had... No, we good, man. Thank you so much. We coming in right now.
So that's Tyrese looking for his dad that he never seen him get
I've had
kids.
a strained relationship with my father.
I told you.
Him and my mom got divorced super early, and he was an absentee pops. But you got to put all that stuff to the side. I'm hand delivering his son's album, and I'm also, for the first time ever in my life, I got my father some flowers for Father's Day.
Because they said that man can't get flowers. Man could get flowers, you all. Come on.
Come on in and see what happens.
Come on, people. It's Channel Star. They're changing his bags. Aww. So the dad cannot even pee on his own. Oh, God. Could you imagine, guys?
I don't even know how I'm going to process this one.
Yep, you've been gone for a while, Tyrese.
Did he just say that they're changing his bags?
Yep, they did. Oh, God. Dad have cancer, brother. Stage 4.
To, like, help him.
Oh, God. So Tyrese went to go and see his father, guys, for Father's Day. For a long time now, he haven't seen his dad.
Pray for my father, pray for my family. He's been really stressed out since my mother passed.
See?
Y'all know what happens when folks fall in love super early. It don't matter if they get remarried or move on. It's nothing like that first love, and that's what my mom was for him. 2 boys, 2 girls. The wild thing is this. My father was a pastor named Reverend Ellis. Rest in peace. I was able to meet.
I'm not going to drag it out. So now you get the drift. So Tyrese went to go see his dad. Haven't seen his dad for a while. Found out that the dad really has stage 4 cancer. And dad is dealing with bags and everything that they have to change daily. And all of that. So he's just trying to make ends meet when it comes to his dad and all of that. Okay, guys? So what says you? Anyways, guys, from there, let's run to the former Empire star. Find himself in legal troubles and legal problems. So let's unpack with the Empire star that has issue and problem. So let's unpack quick and fast, okay?
Now at 4, an actor arrested, an actor known for his role in the Fox hit television series Empire, faces an assault and battery charge in Chesapeake. Police say the charge against Bryce Shear Gray was taken out by a private citizen. Andy Fox talked to the purported victim. Andy joins us now live from Chesapeake with the interview you'll see only on 10.
Hey, Regina, we are here in the parking lot of Homewood Suites right here, where at least part of this alleged attack occurred. Now, this is what we know. This is a police photo of Brashear Gray, who played Hakeem on the Fox drama Empire. According to the criminal complaint, one of Gray's associates, Dustin Wilkins, who goes by the name Chosen, as he told us, stated in this complaint, as I was explaining to him that he can't just leave the hotel without paying, adding, "You have enough problems. I am trying to save your life." He then charged towards me around the car, charged into me with his shoulder and fighting me as I was recording the incident over the phone. A blunt blow into me and punching me. Wilkins told us this in an exclusive interview. In his opinion, what is at the root of the disagreement with Gray?
Okay, so the situation with Brashear
Tired
has a
of
mental health
the empire them a go on so.
He is not a bad person, and something took place.
Yeah, we ever have everybody business over here, bro.
Aspect. I cannot disclose what took place.
And the empire people them are acting like this, you know, like nuisance.
All I can tell you is that Brashear is a friend. He is like my brother. He is
So why you call the cops then?
Who is dealing with some very interesting mental health issues.
I thought so.
Now, one of the interesting aspects of this story,
Mighty
Wilkins,
God,
after he took out the charge, he says he was also important in the process of getting Gray a bond. I'll have that part of the story coming up tonight on Wavy News 10 at 5. Gray will be in court. He is scheduled on Wednesday, and he is out on a $5,500 bond. I'll have more for you exclusively at 5.
So now you guys hear it for yourself. So now the Empire Star decided to act out. They claim say he's going through a mental issue. So when somebody's going through a mental issue, you call the cops and then you're going to say you're going to ban out the man. So that's what I keep on saying to you guys all from yesterday. When you're a person of color, mental illness don't stop you from going to jailhouse. Mental illness don't stop you from picking up a murder charge or any charge. Mental illness don't stop you from going to prison. But other people out here can cry mental illness and get away with it. Seriously. So be mindful out here when you crash out. And when you crash out, be mindful that they look after you according to you don't get couple bullets for crashing out. Okay? Anyways, people. So from there, the Empire Star act out, crashing out. Seems like he's having a mental issue and problem. And they had to come out and shout about all of that. All right? From there, we want to go to Australia. Now, people, in my heart, I don't think that this woman ran through the glass door. I believe she was shoved through the glass door, allegedly. This woman was running from some domestic issue. And she ended up, they claim, she run through the glass door. I don't know. You're running for your life and you ran through the glass door? I don't know about that, bro. So they claim that she ran through the glass door and she ended up dead. And her boyfriend is not charged. So we have to go all the way through the glass door. We're gone. All the way. Okay?
A woman has died in hospital after running through a glass door in her eastern suburbs apartment, allegedly to escape a domestic violence incident.
Don't believe it.
Police are investigating, but no charges have so far been laid. Natasha Squarey has the details.
Listen.
Well, friends say Claire Austin was happy, fun and beautiful, but her relationship wasn't perfect. Police were called here often, with neighbours hearing frequent arguing coming from her Randwick home. The 38-year-old and her 44-year-old partner lived together in this unit block, and on Saturday morning, residents called 000 after hearing screaming and shouting. When officers arrived, they found Claire badly injured with a severe cut to her arm. She was rushed to St Vincent's Hospital and then into surgery, while her boyfriend was taken for questioning.
My husband heard the shattered glass and I think a scream, and then he said it sounded really bad.
Claire's family made the emergency trip from the UK here to Sydney. They landed yesterday morning, just hours before she died. Her boyfriend was released without charge, but detectives are still investigating how Claire went through a glass sliding door.
Those are the things I'm asking. Like, you shove her through that shit.
Today, residents in this quiet street were understandably shaken up.
It's very unsettling, to know that it happened right next door to us.
Strikeforce Lindoc has been launched and detectives are asking for anyone with information to come forward.
So you're running from your boyfriend, domestic abuse, domestic violence happening in the home, and then you run through the glass door? I don't believe that shit. I don't believe that. I'm assuming that she was standing at the glass door and maybe they were just fighting and then he maybe just pushed her and maybe accidentally and she went through the glass door. Who's running from a boyfriend and then run to the glass door? So she didn't know that the glass door was closed? So she was that fearful that she run and jump through the glass door. So who would have more kill you? The glass door that you're going to run through or the boyfriend behind you? Make that make sense for me. Domestic abuse is never okay, ladies, men and women. It's never okay. So now I give you guys our content. I could jump off of this now, don't? Yes. Because like I told you guys, if I'm home, you guys will catch me early. But if I'm not home and I'm coming from work, you guys are going to catch me late like yesterday. Which I believe that it'll be good for me to even do the content in the afternoon. Because in the morning, there's not too much people on the YouTube in the morning. I'm watching content anyway. And at times, like I said, depends on my day. I rise very early in my home. It's just something all my life. I always get up early. I always tell people it's best that you get up early, do what you got to do. And if you want to fall back asleep, you fall back asleep. But you could never catch me in bed from night till maybe 3 o'clock in the evening or in the afternoon. I can't sleep like that, bro. When you're up always working, when you're always out here doing stuff, you'll never ever catch me in the bed all day. A lazy people do them something than people who are sick, or if you're not feeling well, you lie down all day. And even if you're sick, you're not supposed to lie down all day because you get the sickness get worse. You understand what I'm saying? So I can't lie down in bed and say, man, guys, I just can't. No, I can't. Okay, guys? Then the lifestyle is not, yeah, you're just sleeping your life away. That don't make no sense. You understand what I'm saying? But nevertheless, people, that's the content I had to come and drop to you guys today. I know I'm talking fast, so I'm going to exit this content quick and fast. Okay, guys? Thank you for watching. Thank you for stopping by. So we're going to shout out a big thank you for those who always come and watch the content. Okay? And big up for those who always come and watch the content no matter what time it is. You're always here. I appreciate you. All right? And respect for those who always stopping by. Joshua and everybody else, big up on a nice, clean self. Okay? And for those for the people in my life who make me smile, love me, and support me and bring me joy, I really appreciate you. For those who are having a happy birthday today, big up yourself. Enjoy your day. Don't enjoy too much, okay? And for those who always come and watch your content, no matter what, peace and love, okay? Until I catch you guys another time with another content. I'm out.